just edit in my own life counter, like on top of the phone. That would work. Yeah, no problem. We're gonna leave the video sound off. So this is round one. This is myself versus Jeffrey. Jeffrey playing a different type of deck. So I have to preface this because obviously I make fun of you guys. I do have to preface this matchup by saying I did technically play a little unfair against Jeffrey. Okay, yeah, poor Jeffrey. He didn't do too hot with this brew, this deck today, or this deck this tournament. But yeah, we will see. So he's supposed to be playing a different deck. He's not playing his Chandra control, and we're gonna cheaty face a little bit in this game. So there's a turn one swamp from Jeffrey pass, and I try to eat Chalice on one. Getting straight into the action. Yeah, so Chalice resolved into Mox Opal, and he plays Hymn to Turok. So at this point, I should essentially be thinking it's Pox, but I have prior knowledge of things. So he discards Wasteland, Thorn of Amethyst. Not GG. I don't think it's anywhere close to GG. Now it's starting to look a little grim with that Urza Saga there. So you can see I have double Revoker in hand, and I opt to play the Steel Overseer just to get my bigger dudes out or start making them large. Because we can play the Phyrexian Revoker. And this is where the unfairness comes in a little bit. Actually, this is pretty close to like top down, eh? I'm actually quite surprised. So here with the Phyrexian Revoker, I'm naming Helm of Obedience. So now it should be apparent that Jeffrey's playing Mono Black Helm. Uh, Mono Black Control, Helm Control. I don't know how you want to call it, but yeah, he is now cast Karn, take down Karn for Ensnaring Bridge. So now it's looking a little grim for me. I have to waste an attack to kill this Karn. Um, yeah, I really don't want that living as much as possible, but I also want to push damage through Ensnaring Bridge. So he's got a lot of life. So my worry is if he plays the bridge, we're starting to get to a point where my creatures won't do anything. My Steel Overseer is effectively a 2-mana 1/1 that does nothing. Like, I guess I could have just left this. I could have just. No, I could have left the card alive, but. Because I do have the Phyrexian Revoker here naming Karn again. So I could have left the Karn alive and just, if he didn't put anything up, kill it later, but it kind of does too much to my mana. But if you play the Ensnaring Bridge, then he's at such a high life total that I can't really rely on Walking Ballista. And I'm at a point in my list where I'm actually starting to shave Walking Ballista. So I think this version has only 2, which is very few against an Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's playing Shieldreds. He didn't ask me to borrow them, so... And I'm pretty sure he didn't buy them. So I'm not sure if he actually has Shieldreds. Hard casting Leyline of the Void. So can't see what's in his hand. So if he has a Helm of Obedience, he needs to kill the Revoker that's named Helm. So here I'm afraid of the ensnaring bridge once again. Like I'm contemplating on whether or not I should actually make a construct, because if he he's gonna play the ensnaring bridge next turn if he's not going for helm. Hey, what's up, McSlayer Slant? McSlayer Sand? Is this a new account? Because I'm pretty sure you followed me before. Just couldn't remember the wow account information. How you been? Is it your day off? This is the problem with the Helm decks. So many. Yeah, so I think that's what he was trying to fix. Is he's playing? I think he's still playing like the Edicts. Hey, are you working on Saturday? I think it's the 21st, 20th, the 20th. Are you working on the 20th? Damn. So we grab an expedition map. My thinking is, I actually don't know. Like, there's no other targets. Like Shadow Spear is okay. I don't have. I cut the animation module for the expedition map to try it out, and in most other cases, it was pretty good. Yeah, so we're just trying to and shove as much damage all together here, keeping them low because of the ensnaring bridge. So we're actually attacking with the Steel Overseer. Hopefully the video delay catches that question. Hokari. So float 2 mana, play another city. I think we're gonna see a Helmar card. So using the 2 floating mana. Oh no, he's playing the Ensnaring Bridge. I completely forgot that it's not on the board yet. Yeah, it would have been really nice to play into a bridge. So he has 3 cards in hand. Construct is effectively just a blocker now, but kind of irrelevant here. I guess if it ever came down to it, actually it wouldn't because of the Leyline of the Void. I can't interact with the Leyline of the Void. I was gonna say, maybe it's always correct to make a construct because I can eventually just drop a Ravager, eat the construct, and turn it into a +1/+1 counter for Walking Ballista to shoot. But because of the Leyline of the Void, I can't get the counters off of Archbound Ravager onto the Walking Ballista. So I think we're just gonna try an all in here, just get 5 points of damage in. Because once I actually draw Walking Ballista, I need him to be as low as possible for me to just gun him down. So here he's tapping 3 mana. Opposition Agent. Okay, now we get to make fun of me here. So this Jeffrey said he made a misplay here. He should have blocked the Phyrexian Revoker and traded with the Opposition Agent. So yeah, so here he should have, because I think he wanted to keep blockers, but he only has 2 cards in hand, so these are gonna be like very irrelevant soon. The construct isn't going to be attacking at all, so he doesn't really need a blocker for the construct. So he already realized, I think, like when we were sideboarding, he should have blocked the one naming Helm or Karn. Most likely Helm because he has half of the combo on the board already and enough mana to just play it and activate. So blocking the one naming Helm would have been the smartest decision here, and losing the opposition agent, because it sets him up for an off the top draw for victory, essentially. So I'm just, trying to play as many dudes as possible. Um, yeah, the last 2 points of damage was him tapping for Ancient Tomb and then taking the 2 damage from the Revoker. I have no idea what I'm counting. Did you draw Toxic Deluge? Okay, tries to play Dark Ritual. I think he's just trying to get cards out of his hand, right? Yeah, he's trying to calculate how many creatures. Yeah, so here's my blunder. I forget that opposition agent isn't just a 3/2 flash. I tried to crack the expedition map to try and get like a I don't know what I was trying to get. I think it was just like anything. I kind of was just trying to lower the amount of artifacts I had on the board. I didn't know if that was the correct play. The Shadow Spear has been sitting in my hand for quite a while, just uncastable under the Chalice of the Void. So now he can kind of control. He gets to see he gets to see my hand. Wait, why? Why does he get to see my hand? Is it because he controls me? No way. Is that actually? While controlling an opponent, you make all choices and decisions for that player. However, because the control is effect is limited to while they're searching their libraries, it's unlikely the player will be allowed to make any decisions. You can't have the player find card if the search instruction states equality. No. While controlling an opponent, you can't make any choices or decisions for that player related to tournament rules. Okay, that's concession and draw. The card's found. If a spell is more than you must follow the normal timing permissions. Really? It doesn't say anything. You must or as many as if their library doesn't contain wild control. You get. Um. The spell or ability instructs an opponent you control to search multiple zones, including the library. You decide what card. No. If more than one player controls an opposition agent and another player searches their library, the controller of the opposition agent that most recently entered the battlefield controls the player. Because the last ability of each opposition try to exile that card and give permission to play it. It has to be under a different ruling because it doesn't mention anything. The third or fourth? If the search instruction states a quality of the card to find, such as color or card type, you may have the opponent not find any cards. If the search is simply for a number of cards without stating a quality, you must have them find that many cards. While controlling an opponent, you can't make any choices. No, nothing says that they get to see my hand. I would have to see. I would have to look at the rulings for controlling a player. I don't think it would be under opposition agent. Although there should be a link to how that actually works. Yeah, so we're trying to decide, is it worth trading these revokers, naming these two cards for that opposition agent? Probably not. I think the only way for me getting through this bridge is now a walking ball. There's a Helm of Obedience in Jeffrey's hand. So he has the game win in hand if this revoker gets removed somehow. Gets to play my Urza Saga. Evil. So he has a Hymn to Turok. Yep, gets to finally see what's in my hand. Shadow Spear. So he has a Helm, and what's the other card? Is it a Dark Ritual? And we top deck the Ballista. Right on time. Wait, did I lose life? Did I lose life? Uh-oh. I don't think I lost life. Oh god, did I actually cheaty face? So what's the other card in Jeffrey's hand? It's really hard to tell. Something orange. I honestly don't know what it is. Yep, decides to just throw the helm out there. And now that I have the ballista, I really don't care how big my guys get. So we're just gonna make ballista as big as possible here. Okay, so I've corrected the life total. Played the Ancient Tomb, took 2 from the last Ancient Tomb. So, cheated, but corrected. It's not cheated, just misrepresenting board state. So now we are all in on the Walking Ballista. I guess there's a lot more glare on this side than I thought that there was. Okay, so I have to... Maybe if we shifted more towards my direction, that might be a little better. Man, I should have checked the middle of the mat. I thought if I checked the corners, I would be able to see where the glare was coming from. But my side looks really good. But yeah, well, we'll have to check the other side. So Urza Saga fetches for Chrome Mox. I'm asking Trigger on the stack, is he imprinting anything? What is he looking to imprint? Lower the amount of cards in his hand? Decides not to. So I think 2 cards in hand still. Yeah, so we're just double activating, putting the ballista up. Problem is with my mana base, for every like 1 counter I'm putting, I take 2 damage, but we've reached the point where we can just shoot. So I had Xaxes this turn. Alright. Go to game 2. We slight unfair advantage. Being able to name the Helm really early. Like, I didn't know if you had Helm, because at that point we hadn't seen Helm or Leyline. Walking Ballista really came in clutch there. So we're bringing in Haywire Might, Phyrexian Revoker, um, and more Walking Ballistas. I wasn't sure about the Warping Whales. I think it's just these, right? Like, I wasn't sure if I wanted the Crucible for more grind, but like, what are my lands offering me that I can't already like just try and win with? Um, I guess Sorcerer Spyglass. just because I can. It's an additional thing that can name. It's another pithing needle, right? I want as many like pithing needles and like effects as possible. Okay. Oh wait. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Yeah, so we want as many pithing needles effects as possible because of Karn and Helm of Obedience. Although I do really like once Karn hits the field, it's like hard. Thorn him out of the game. The problem with Thorn is he could be just faster than me, right? Oh, I missed it again. Oops. We go 5 seconds back. Yeah. So in comes 3 edicts. So Shieldred's edicts and 2 sudden edicts, deluge, and 2 plague engineers. That's a lot of hate. His deck isn't that high CC, right? Like we just see him board all into his 2 drops and 3 drops. So he can still contest with me or keep up with me. And like he has a lot of soul lands. Like he's playing like 8 soul lands. So it's like not terrible. I don't know what I'm cutting here. I think I decided to cut Nettle Cysts. I think I was debating on cutting a bunch of Ravagers because like he's mainboarding Leyline, like 8 Leylines and 8 Dothy Voidwalkers. Like the modular is just gonna get turned off. Everything important is for color control. Yeah, but you have to understand, like, Jeffrey's thinking is that I'm an aggro deck. He wants to. He's not gonna keep any of that stuff. He's gonna keep the removal spells and stuff so that he can like draw me out. Because if he can get an ensnaring bridge, he knows he doesn't have to worry about anything. So I think Thorn is actually just it's okay, but it's not great. Yeah, I had so much to like remove, but not a lot to put in. I think I decided to just keep the Ravagers. What do I do? I don't remember what I do. I think I keep 1 Nettle Cyst, right? Just in case I want like a very explosive draw and he doesn't have the bridge. But I think sorry, not modular. Arcbound Ravager has a little bit more utility because he can help me get under the bridge. Do I really keep 2 Nettle Cysts? Yeah, we're keeping 2 Ravagers. So cut all 3 Nettle Cysts, 1 Expedition Map, and 1 Ravager. And keep 2 Ravagers. So I think I'm actually playing with 61 cards in my deck, right? Because we've ordered in 2 Walking Ballista, 1 Revoker. Oh, maybe it's only 4. We boarded in 1 Sorcerer Spyglass, 1 Revoker, and 2 Walking Ballistas. I didn't get a chance to see what Jeffrey took out, but we did get to see what he boarded in. Wow, from this angle, it really looks like I look at the top of my deck, doesn't it? I will tell you guys right now, I cannot see it. It is just my hands are small and I can't grip all of the cards, and it kind of just flipped out. There's a Castle Lock Dwayne we see from Jeffrey's side. So there's Edict, Castle Lock Dwayne, City of Traders, Karn, Urborg. I don't know what the 2 cards like middle left are. And I see Lotus Petal on my side. Opal Urza. So I have Urza, Opal, Petal, Opal, Shadow Spear, Chalice, City. Not a lot of threats, but We have the Urza Saga City, is my thinking. So we're good. It's just a little awkward because I don't want to play City of Traders first. But we have Chalice on one. So I think I end up cracking the Lotus Petal, unfortunately. Yep, so pregame effects, Leyline, not really affected here. Slam down an Urborg, not bad. And we draw Wasteland off the top. So we can take care of that Urborg if we don't want it anymore. But a lot, like, the entirety of my hand is kind of like disappearing. I draw the one non-foil Urza Saga in my deck, obviously. Now we just do affinity things. One of the main reasons we play the deck. I guess if I really wanted to keep the Petal, I could have played a second Opal, but that seems bad. Wow, come on, guys. Come on. Okay, so there's a... So I think this is where he hits both my lands. And then I get really upset because now my Urza Saga is garbage. Yeah, he hit both my lands. And now I'm in like a pretty shitty position because all I have is Opal in my hand. So my entire like strategy of card beatdown sucks. This is like not bad. Now we're gonna just try and grow this Patchwork Automaton. Is this Bible Thump? We haven't seen this in so long. What the heck? Jeffrey draws, passes, and he is on Land Drought here. So we're floating a mana because you can't make a construct. And now we're going into beatdown mode, right? I think. I don't know what we drew off the top. I think this was a little preemptive. I don't think I should have grabbed the Haywire Might. I think I should have grabbed like a Lotus Petal or something. I guess this is fine because if he tries to cast Helm, yeah, I don't know how that happened. That was crazy. But yeah, I think I grabbed the Haywire Might because if he casts Helm, I can in response get rid of the Leyline of the Void. So I think Jeffrey asked if we can get Chalice of the Void from Urza Saga to get it on 0. But you cannot. It must say 0 or 1. It cannot be a mana value of 0. Yeah, so now we cast the Edict. Both my creatures are more important than the Steel Overseer. Just try to clean up the board. Smart. Still only have 1 mana, which is unfortunate. Getting in for 3. So here it should have been 4, because Patchwork Automaton itself is 3. So he should actually be at 13. I did the math wrong. I don't think it really matters, though. There's a lucky Walking Ballista, putting Patchwork up to 4, trying this win for 5. Yeah, I think we missed a point of damage. I don't think it matters. And now Jeffrey just getting completely mana screwed. It's actually insane how I have now more mana than he does, and him to Tarot 3 of my my points of mana. I don't know what I'm debating here. Oh, I think I'm gonna try to equip Shadow Spear. We just try to attack. I think it was just like me debating on whether or not I should equip the Shadow Spear or pump the Ballista. I think I decided to try to pump the Ballista Why? So yeah, he took 6 points of damage. Ballista and Haywire Might are both 1s, and there is the game.